My name is Tamsin. I'm from South Africa, from Cape Town, and I've been living in London for 10 years now. And I've always been curious with the boats on the canals and the river, and feeling the need to be a little bit less in the city and more in nature, because I'm from Cape Town by the sea and the mountains, so I was sort of contemplating on how I could live here with being a bit happier. So I thought, well, this could be a cool alternative lifestyle. I've been on a boat now for a year and a half.
And before that it was a normal flat or something?
I've lived in a few different house shares. Like, I lived in a sort of small cooperative house share in Mile End. There was like 9 of us, and we had chickens and a vegetable patch. And then prior to that I lived in off Brick Lane in a sort of warehouse, and then before that I lived in Fulham in a house share, and then in South Kensington, and then Kings Road, and then Queen's Park, and then Canary Wharf, and then Bethnal Green. Yeah, I've moved around a lot. There's a sense of consciousness with everything you do. Like, you can't have long showers. You're sort of mindful of your use of water, your cooking. Everything you do is with more conscience, and you can't have a TV. Your use of power you have to be clever with. And I also just like I sort of feel like much calmer since I've lived on a boat than on land. And I don't know if that's my personality or, yeah, I just find like I feel happier. Yeah.
My name is Mike. I've lived on a boat 10 years, and it's not as easy as it looks. When people first move onto the boat, most people have nightmares about their boat sinking. I was one as well. No, I just accept it as a fact. I don't have nightmares about it. My boat has thin steel, which I should have replaced. But I seem to have a lot of inertia about boat repairs. You know, your whole life goes upside down when you try and repair your boat, especially in a small space like this, a 40-foot boat. Anybody out there, if you're thinking about getting a boat, don't do it, is my advice. But I suppose the fact that the motherfuckers on land are charging £500,000 for a place to live does impinge on the whole scenario. It means, first of all, that our government is not looking after the people. Second of all, it means Britain isn't really a place most people can live anymore. My advice is go to a different planet. But failing that, I suppose you have to buy a boat. But then the people that manage the canals are trying to do the same thing the government is trying to do to people on land, which is fuck us over and make our life difficult.
Yeah, are they pumping up the prices?
Well, the price of a mooring, I mean, there was a mooring in the centre of town that recently went for 30 grand a year. That's excluding the cost of the boat, obviously. I mean, London, well, Britain in general is not becoming a place that is viable to live. But, you know, it's my, unfortunately, it's my home.
Sorting the shit out.
The steering of the actual boat, are you okay with that? Is it like the... I saw the other day you looked like you had things under control.
Right, okay, but an hour later I fell in the canal. So I landed really under the... that was the third lock in a row. So the other two I had practice on what I was doing. So the third one I knew where I was. Like, but the view of them with me at the beginning, which was just horrendous. I was so scared. I was so scared. I couldn't do it on my own. I was like, what do I do? Because it's like, I don't even drive a car. They only give me a few lessons and stuff, but yeah. You can know what you're doing, but if it's really windy and stuff, it gets real difficult, Real difficult.
Before we go, what do you think, what's the difference between the financial situation and the boats and the normal apartments?
Well,
Is it like much better?
I live in London, central London, for £1,000 a year, so it's pretty good.
Everything you got, 'cause we are all connected. A fire and touch, a burning mind, a fire and touch. Burn